Syllabus also requires to be changed accordingly to meet the need of industry. We have to learn many things. In that process, ATAL FDP, an initiative of AICT, has started. I wish all the participants will pay attention, and the convener, Engineer Asta Singh, will arrange to make the sessions interesting. All are our faculty members, and they must be listening with rapt attention. This particular 5-day FDP on blockchain, 5 days faculty development plan program on blockchain is not new to the listeners, but certainly participating and listening many times. We explore technology, we explore ideas that help us in writing research papers. To understand the basic thing, blockchain is nothing but chain of blocks of data or information. It is a chain of blocks of information or data, and that happens in digitization, we know, in distribution of data, we know, combined all together with perfectness. It is known as blockchain technique. It started with digitizing the currency, Coinbase. From there it started, and now it is gaining popularity in technology, and the experts are worth employing with good package. Any student taught by you, if he is well versed in this technique, he gets handsome job, number one. Number two, he can also become entrepreneur. There are very diverse fields for which we teachers are now expected to produce job providers. Job providers. Gone are the days of searching service. Students are also not interesting, gentlemen, as I have found, for this meager salary of 30 to 35,000 rupees. Students don't want to stay in very luxurious metropolitan cities like Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Noida. They're very costly as far as 30 to 35,000 per month is concerned. So they also want to become entrepreneur. This blockchain technique can give some idea to digitize further, to popularize further the technology, which as entrepreneur the student can bring about in the society and earn on that. I know I have been given the list of speakers. I welcome especially engineer Prashant Sahu sir, who will be guiding you. Soma Sundaram sir, also they are very expert, and they are working in this domain. You can learn a lot by questioning them, by interacting with them. Today, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Chairman, my Board of Governors was expected to address this session, but both are traveling and they are not able to connect with us. Certainly, they have promised to stay with us in our valedictory. So bear with us. With this, I wish all the success to this FDP and congratulate all the participants and advise the convener Asta Singh Kuswaha to provide all technical facilities so as to make the session interesting. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us. And I'm really sorry for what happening in the previous time. I'm after that I'm requesting Mr. Prashant Sahu sir to start the session.
Okay. Thank you, Asta ma'am. So could you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Director sir, Ramapati sir, so for such a vibrant speech. Thank you, everyone, and thanks to all the participants for taking your time out and trying to join the session. So, to the IET College 2, Ayodhya, so the land of birth of Sri Rama. So I'm very happy and I'm very glad to take a part of this FDP program of AICT ATAL FDP, the blockchain technology. So this is not a new thing for me, but yes, I think it would be a new thing to many of you, and many of you may know about it. And I just want to make sure that your concepts are clear. So I have been given a 1 hour of session. I don't want to waste much time by saying all the details about me and everything. So let us have a talk related to blockchain technology. So if anybody is facing any issues or any doubts, there is a chat box being readily available to all of you. You can just put your messages over there and then I will just go through that. So we can just have a discussion, because if you unmute your mic, it will be a little bit of disturbance to everyone. So I request every one of you to please use the chat box as much as you can. So once again, thank you to all the participants for taking your time out and joining. So let me share my screen and start exploring this blockchain technology in detail, because I have 3 sessions which have been scheduled to me. So I'll be taking in a stepwise manner. Okay. If anything misses, I will say that in the next session I'm going to cover. If you have any in detail doubts, you can ask me and we can clear all the doubts. Okay. So with this note, let me just start the session by sharing my screen. Just please do acknowledge and let me know once you could see my screen. So could you see my screen? Just could you please let me know?
Yes, sir. Your
Yeah.
screen is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So let me then start whiteboard, and just once let me know, can you see the whiteboard also? Because this is something which is important for me. A whiteboard, like, can everyone see this? Asta ma'am, could you please acknowledge once?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So every one of us, we heard about blockchain, right? As director sir was also saying that blockchain is all about like having a set of blocks which is helpful for digitalization and everything. Yeah, it is absolutely right, if I would say. But generally, what is blockchain? See, these days we are hearing about this technology a lot. Wherever we go, everywhere we are listening this blockchain. Government is organizing so many events. Niti Aayog is actually conducting so many events on the blockchain technology. So is it a hype, or do we really have such a potentiality with this technology? First we need to know this fact. But before understanding this fact, what we need to understand is, where is this technology going to strike? See, any technology it may be. For example, if I take AI, okay, if I take IoT, so if I take cloud, okay, so all these technologies, they have some purpose. Without having a purpose, we will never use any technology. Do you think that these are only the technologies which are available in the market? No, there are multiple technologies. But why do we use only little technologies? Because they make our life a little bit easier. Now, let me say, if I say about AI, so it is all about using your analytics, right? And everything we try to make our solution very easier, very user friendly, if I would say, because it will be done in an automation way. Now IoT, if I say, it's all about connecting with internet, all the equipments by using certain sensors like RFID, radio frequency identification sensors. Now coming to cloud, where entire digital infrastructure which used to be there previously, we used to have some on-premise platforms, right? Like huge servers, infrastructure, everything we used to have. Now this is not there. Everything is managed by the cloud service provider. Now, all of this is actually trying to benefit us. That's the reason we are always talking about this. Now, coming to blockchain technology, even this is also very, very important. That's the reason many people are trying to talk, and that's the reason we could see that FDPs are being conducted. The reason is because the blockchain technology, it deals with the security. Security is one important aspect which is actually a concern right now. So to target this security, to make sure that security would be at the top notch, we require one technology. That's where blockchain technology fits. Now these days, data is an asset. Whatever data which we are talking, right, or which we are discussing, this is an asset. It is much more valuable than your money and your gold, if I would say. Yes, if you think that I'm saying wrong, no, it is absolutely right. Data is an asset. With this data, people are generating crores of money. Organizations are generating tons of money, if I would say. Like if you know about Google, okay, if you know about your Facebook, whatever social media apps, WhatsApp and everything, all of them, they are controlling your data, which we all know, but we hardly cannot do anything. And this is an absolute fact that data is being used by many organizations. The moment you enter into your internet, right, your data is being thrown out. Yes, that is absolutely right. Even if you believe or not, the moment you enter into the internet, your data is thrown out knowingly or unknowingly. Now, to protect that, to make sure that our data is in a secure way, to make sure that our data belongs to us, but not by any entity or by any organization, then in that case, how can I protect my data? I can't call to Google office and I can say them that, hey, you are taking my data, so make sure that you don't take my data. You don't have enough proof with you. You don't have enough things to prove your statement. Whom are you going to call? Whom are you going to ask? So there should be an appropriate mechanism to protect our data, which is basically our right. So if we are not in a position to protect our data, then there is no purpose actually, right? So here, if you consider big organizations, like you take any organization like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, they have a lots of data with them. Okay, and then if you see service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Cognizant, they also have a lots of data with them. Now, they use AI, IoT, cloud. Many organizations use this artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cloud. Yes, they design a very good applications. Okay, so and they come up with a very good application. Tomorrow, if the application, whatever they have designed, right, if it is hacked by any other organization or maybe any other third party or maybe by any hacker, can you say that this application is a good application even though if they use AI, IoT, and cloud? Can you say that this is a good one? No, because at the end of the day, what we require, whether the application is stable or whether the application is not stable. We are not bothered that whether you use AI, IoT, or cloud, right? Ultimately, what we require is if you are in a position to protect your application or not. Tomorrow, if I am an investor, I invest my money onto your project, right? Having a trust saying that your application, whatever application which we are designing, it will work for 5 years without any problems. Okay. Now, in the second year or in the third year, I came to know that my application, whatever I have invested, it is been hacked by any other hacker or maybe any other third party. Then whatever trust I have on that organization, it is lost, right? Because you may say me that as an organization, I have used AI, IoT, cloud. I will say it's good. Yes, you are doing a great job. You are using all the latest technologies. But tomorrow, if you're not in a position to protect the application or the data, which is very confidential, if you're not in a position to protect that, then what is the purpose of using AI, IoT, and cloud? So that's where your blockchain technology will play a vital role. So your blockchain technology deals with one parameter. That's what we call it as a data. So it provides an additional layer of security to your data, and that's where we fit our blockchain technology. So we have all other technologies like, as I said, AI, IoT, cloud, and then machine learning, right? All of them, they reflect around this. Okay, you may use any technology, but all of them, they revolve around this data. They have a lot of data to be analyzed, and if this data is not protected, then any third party would come and they will try to access this data, which actually should not be done. In order to protect this, our blockchain technology will actually play a very vital role. So that's where your data will actually be protected by using the blockchain technology. That is the reason why you see government is focusing a lot on this technology. Okay, you see the central government, you see the state government, all the governments are working on this data, this blockchain technology. The reason is they want to protect the data because they are the main handlers of the data. If you see Aadhaar card, it is one of the biggest successful project which has been laid by Indian government. But at the other end, the data, how they are going to manage. Next, second one, they are coming up with now National Registry of Citizens. So these data, where they're going to protect it? These are all sensitive data. And then lots of data in the land and revenue department, lots of data in the road and transport organization. So where are these data going to be stored in a secure way? That's the reason why they are exploring this blockchain technology to the maximum extent, so that they can implement this blockchain and then they can try to protect the data. So that is the reason why, along with the government, many organizations are also trying to follow the same mechanism. They're trying to actually use this blockchain technology in order to protect the data. So this is the important point which you need to understand before we understand what is blockchain. So one thing which is clear to all of you is blockchain technology is actually targeting the data, which is right now an asset. Okay, so to protect this data, we require this blockchain technology. Now this point is clear. Now let me make you understand what is this blockchain, what is present inside this blockchain, so that it is protecting the data. If I just say this statement and if I say my session is done, nobody would believe that, okay, he said that blockchain, data protection, that's it. But what is there inside the blockchain? Now it is my responsibility to make you understand that what exactly is present inside this blockchain technology. What are the properties which are available? So let us go and try to explore like what is present inside this blockchain. Till here, do anybody have any doubts? If you have any, please put it in the chat box so that I can just revert back with the answers. Okay, so there are 11, but just give me a minute. Okay, clear. Okay, no voice. Hey guys, you are not getting voice? Vijesh, no voice, guys. Okay, guys, one thing I want to know, just give me one clearance. You are audible. Okay, fine, fine. Because there was some confusion in the previous chat that people are not able to hear me. Okay, no issues. Fine. Guys, the rest of the people who are facing some audio issues, right? I think it is from your system. Please try to change the settings, okay? Rest of the people, I think they are able to hear me. That's the reason I'm saying. Yeah. So let me just go back to my presentation, guys, okay? I hope everything is clear to everyone. So as nobody have any doubts, let me just go ahead then. Okay? Yeah, so let me just close it. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the blockchain architecture. As we know, where the blockchain is actually playing a vital role. Now let us go ahead and try to see. Okay. Before that, Priyesh, a few years before the data blockchain was hacked, Bitcoin was hacked. I'll give you a clear picture of this, Priyesh. Okay. Just give me some time. And at the end of the session, I'm going to clear your doubt, Priyesh. Okay. I'm going to explain you exactly like what is the problem there. Okay. Now, coming to blockchain architecture, what are the architecture details? Okay, what are actually present? Let us discuss. Okay, now the very first thing is, as per the Indian website, okay, or as per the Indian official note, if you could see, over 22,000 Indian websites, okay, they are being hacked between April 2017 to Jan 2018 as per the sources of IT ministry. Now, this is an official count, guys. You know that, right? In the official count, it will be always, if I would say, like very minimal. They will show very minimal, but actually, indeed, if you go into the ground reality, right, there are lots of websites which are actually being hacked. Now, why this is being hacked? There are many problems. As I already explained you, if I keep on saying the problems, we will be discussing the problems only for 1 hour, because we are having so many problems. But we need to look for the solution, guys, not for the problems, because we know what are the problems. Now we need to address how to overcome that problem by using the appropriate technology. So this is where the blockchain technology will actually fit, right? Now, say me one thing, guys. Whenever you have searched any product in Amazon or Flipkart or a Myntra, you see that product and you're not going to buy it. Okay, you're not going to buy, you're just going to see the product and you're going away. Okay, after some time you opened your Facebook or maybe any of your social media account, you see there Amazon will suggest you saying that, hey, so and so person, that you have seen this product, are you going to buy it? Maybe many of you would have observed this or not, I don't know, but yes, it is a phenomena. Now your mind should think in that way. See, Amazon is owned by Jeff Bezos, which is a different entity, that is an e-commerce site. Now if you see Facebook, whose CEO is Mark Zuckerberg, which is a social media stream. Now, how come these two guys are aligned? When I see some product in Amazon, how come Facebook guy is going to know that? How Facebook is throwing me that point, like whatever I've seen in the Amazon, how would this Facebook showing me that? Because both of them are different entities. One is e-commerce, other one is social media. Did you ever get that doubt in your mind? If you have the doubt, still as a doubt, let me clear it out. If you know the solution, then that's really great. The point here is, first you need to understand one common thing, guys. Facebook and then Google. I mean, say Facebook and then the Amazon. Now, in between both of them, there is one person who is joining them, who is making them to go in a right way. That is Google, guys. Google is the main person. Even indeed, the CEO Sundar Pichai, he accepted that Google is having all the data. Everyone's data is present with them. He accepted it in front of US Senate. You can, if you want, you can just go through internet and explore it. But yes, that is right. So this data of you, me, and all of the participants who are present here, everyone's data is present with Google, and Google does a tender. Okay, and then people come for the tender, like organizations like Amazon, Facebook. They buy your data, they use your data, they analyze you, and then they push this sort of advertisements to make you buy. This is, generally we call it as analytics. We observe you, we see your movement, we analyze you, we do analytics on top of you, and then we give you the result, whatever you require. This happens even in the general elections. Yes, this happens in general elections too. So this is a ground reality which is right now happening. Now, to stop this, to break a barrier here, to make Google stop accessing the data, we require the blockchain technology in order to make sure that no third party or no entity or no organization would actually try to come and take the data from our account, or our data should not be taken by anyone else. That's where your blockchain technology will play a vital role. If you see, Facebook has already started using the blockchain technology. If you're following it or not, they have come up with one coin called as a Libra. Okay, so this is one coin they have already come up with, and they are right now doing prototype. They are implementing the blockchain technology. Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Facebook, has already instructed the team, saying that they are exploring the blockchain technology to the maximum extent in order to make sure that all the profiles and all the accounts would be synced into the blockchain technology. in order to make sure that nobody would access anyone's data, or no third party would actually try to access anything from the social media accounts. That's what they are trying to do. Still, they are in the prototype stages. So this is one of the important point which you need to understand. So blockchain technology will make sure that there wouldn't be any hacking, or there wouldn't be any third party interference. Okay, so let me just go with the next part. If you see here, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, okay, it's for the first time, if you could see, the government of India is very much leaning towards this technology. So the Honorable Prime Minister of India, and in one of his meetings, he said that disruptive technologies like such as blockchain, okay, and IoT, it will have a great impact in the way we live and work. So they require rapid adaptation in our workplaces. So what our Honorable Prime Minister of India is actually trying to suggest is, they are trying to make sure that use this blockchain technology to the maximum extent and get benefits from it, because it is having a lots of benefits. Try to use it in your workplaces and just explore it as much as you can. So this was the statement which was issued by the Honorable Prime Minister of India in one of his meetings. Understand the importance of the technology when government itself is so much proactive into it. So such is the importance of the technology right now. Okay, so let me just quote one more thing. So that is, which is mentioned by Don Tapscott. I hope maybe you know about him or not. So Don Tapscott, he is the head of the Blockchain Research Institute. Okay, the entire Blockchain Research Institute, which is present, right? Don Tapscott is the head of it. And then he is the author of the book called as Blockchain Revolution. So I think in many of the colleges, people just use this book as the reference book. So Blockchain Revolution, which was written by Don Tapscott, and he is Don Tapscott, and it is me. So I got a chance to meet him in China in Don Tapscott. So he's a person who has written a book called as Blockchain Revolution, and he's the head of the Blockchain Research Institute in the entire world. So he says, if you see the definition, this is the statement which is actually quoted by him. What he's actually trying to say. See, I don't want to go through the entire point definition, or I'm not just going to study that. The main topic or the main point which he's actually trying to say here is, see, it's not your big data, it's not your robotics, it's not your AI. Okay, you are going to be surprised to learn that it is the underlying technology of digital currencies like Bitcoin, which we call it as the blockchain, is going to shape the world. It's not big data, it's not AI, or it's not your robotics. It is all about the blockchain technology, which is actually going to shape the world, which is actually going to rule the world, indeed, if I would say. So this is what is the statement which is been issued by the Don Tapscott, who is the head of the Blockchain Research Institute. Okay, so this is one of the important point which you need to understand. The reason why I'm trying to quote you is, these are all other important people who have actually understood what is this technology before we understand it, and then they address the nation saying that this is going to be the one of the very latest technologies, and this is going to be rapidly used in the next generation. Such is the importance of this technology, if you could say. And many people have quoted many things, but we don't have enough time to see all of those quotes. So I have just brought some important quotes to understand like what is this technology exactly. Now let me just try to define what is blockchain technology. So till here, let me see if there are any problems. Yeah, video got viral. Yeah, that's right. So now if you could see here, what is a blockchain? Okay, so let me just explain you. One thing I want to say, you guys, okay, this blockchain technology, maybe many of you would have started hearing from 2016, or maybe many of you maybe heard right now in 2020. No, don't know, it all depends like when you heard, how you explode it. So that's not at all an issue. But I want to say you one thing, guys. Blockchain technology, whatever is present, right, it is not a new concept. It is not a new concept. This concept was present from 1990. Yeah, you may be shocked. Maybe many people may also get shocked right now. Hey, why is Prashant trying to say from 1990? Actually, I heard in 2016 or 2015 only. But generally, if I would say, it is from 1990. As I said you guys, when the need arises, we use it. When there is no need, we never use it. Simple. It is a simple logic. That's it. So in the year 1990, it was there, but people never used it because people were not bothered at that time. So then people started exploring this technology in the year 2008. You know what happened in the year 2008? If you are following blockchain, in the year 2008, what happened? Bitcoin came into the picture. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, when it came into the picture, right, many people have then started exploring the blockchain technology. In the year 2008, the first paper was written on the Bitcoin, which I'm going to discuss in future of cryptocurrencies. That is on the tomorrow when I have the next session on future of cryptocurrencies, right? I will discuss in detail about the Bitcoin, but right now I'm not going to strike much into the Bitcoin part. So in the year 2008, Bitcoin came into the picture. Then people started exploring that behind this Bitcoin, what is present. That is where blockchain technology they came to know. But then they identified that the founder of this Bitcoin, he didn't introduce any new concept. He went back to 1990. He took that concept and he implemented in his paper in the year 2008. But the actual concept was written in the year 1990. Who are the authors for it? Here, Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta. These two are the people who have actually written about this blockchain technology mechanism in the year 1990. Now, if you want to know the research paper, so this is the link. If you could see at the bottom, this is the link which is present. So otherwise, you can just go with a research paper called as how to timestamp a digital document. Okay, this is the research paper name. How to timestamp a digital document. This is the first paper where the blockchain technology mechanism was being discussed here. Now, one more important point here. When you go ahead and try to study this paper, right, don't look for the term called as blockchain, because in the year 1990, there was no such term called as a blockchain, guys. Okay, the whatever mechanism which is behind this technology, right, that is present. That part is present actually. But what you need to understand here is there was no term called as blockchain there. The behind this technology, whatever mechanism is there, that was explained in the paper in 1990. That is how to timestamp a digital document. The term blockchain came in the year 2015. Like, what is this blockchain? This term came at that time. It was not in the paper in the year 1990. This Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta, they never defined what exactly is blockchain. Okay, they never used actually this term called as blockchain in the paper. Okay, so this is one important point which you need to understand. So now you are clear that this concept is not a new concept, but this concept was actually present from the year 90s only. So this is not something new. Okay, so now let me make you clearly understand. Okay, what is blockchain? So before I explain you the definition of blockchain, what is blockchain? Okay, why did we get this term, or why did we name it as blockchain? Let me first explain you. Here, as director sir was mentioning, right, everything, the data is present inside what? A block. That means here everything is a block level. Okay, everything is present in a block level. So inside a block, we are going to put the data. So as everything is block, so we are saying it as a block. That is the first part. What is a chain now? Why did we add chain? So I will show you one example here. Take a normal chain. What is the speciality of a normal chain? Every link is interlinked, right? Every link is actually interlinked. Now, if you try to break the link, it is very difficult because all of them are interlinked. Now, if you break it also, let me say if you are having strong muscles and if you just break it, then I would say that even if you do it, we can detect that where the break has happened, right? So that is the speciality of a chain. Even the same speciality, whatever we observe in a normal chain, can also be observed here at the block level. That's the reason why we call this as a blockchain. It's as simple as that. That's the reason we call this as the blockchain, guys. Block level and having the same chain mechanism. That's the reason we simply call it as the blockchain technology. Now, before I define you the blockchain, right? Before I explain you what is the definition of a blockchain, let me first introduce you to the structure of a block. Then I can come back and define what is the definition here. This is our definition, which I'm not going to explain you right now because I don't want to make you by heart this definition. I want to make you understand what is this definition exactly. So let me go and try to explain you the structure, and then we shall come back and see what is the definition of it. So if you see here, okay, let me just make some concepts clear. So this is what you can see, that this is a number 1, 2, 3, like that will have numbers. Okay, if I ask a normal person also, he can see this and say this is a number, block number, right? That is a normal language. But technically, as you're learning blockchain, you should not call this as a block number, guys. You should call this as the block height. Okay, technically we don't call it as the block number. Technically, we actually call it as the block height. So this is what we generally call it as the block height, but not a block number. Okay, so this is one of the important point which we need to consider. Next thing. So all the blocks are arranged in a chronological pattern. That is, in a sequence it should be there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sequence. Now you can't do like this. See, there is 1, 2, and you can't bring a third block and fit between 1 and 2. This is a wrong way. It should not be done in this way. Okay, all the blocks should be arranged in a sequential pattern and in a chronological way. It should be 1, 2, 3. You just can't bring any other block and try to fit between two blocks. That is a wrong way, and technology doesn't accept it, guys. This is one of the important point which you need to understand. Okay, now coming to next important parameter here. Forget about the data, because data can be any data, structured data or unstructured data. That is not a problem. Now, coming to what is this hash? Generally, guys, one thing I want to say you, okay, what is the, let me say, if I ask you, how are you unique when compared to other person? If I ask you this question, that how are you unique when compared to other persons, you may say me that my skill set, my let me say my name. So some people have this point, like saying that these are some of the unique things which we have when compared to other person. Even these are also right, partially they are right, but not indeed it is absolutely right, because having the name of Prashant, there can be around lakhs of people who can have the same name. So how can I say that it is unique? Now, skill sets. Let me say today I know blockchain. Tomorrow you will also get to know blockchain. So both of us will have same skill sets, right? Even this is also common somewhere or the other. So something which is unique is your genetics. That is your DNA, your iris scanner, or your fingerprint. This is something which can't be stolen. This is something which is unique, which belongs to you, if I would say. It doesn't belong to anyone else. So this makes you feel unique when compared to other persons. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider something called as a fingerprint. Okay, so all of us have a unique fingerprint, guys. Now this unique fingerprint identifies us. Okay, so now in the same way, every block has its own fingerprint. That is a unique identification, what we call it as a hash. Hash is nothing but how we have a fingerprint as a unique identification for ourselves. In the same way, every block has its own unique identification, and that's what we generally call it as a hash. Hash is nothing but it is a unique identification for each and every block, guys. And what is this algorithm? I'll explain you, but forget about this for the time being. Okay, hash is nothing but it is a unique identification how you have as your fingerprint. Each and every block has its own unique fingerprint. That's what we call it as the hash. Okay, so this is one of the important point. Now, coming to another point, I call it as a chain. Okay, you could see that blocks are present like this, 1 and 2 and 3. But why do we call it as a chain? How is actually the blocks are interlinked? Okay, if you see the blocks here, how the blocks are interlinked. If you see number 2, that is second block, and third block. Now second block has its hash here. Third block, which is actually present here, it is taking the second block hash as the previous hash over here in the third block. And again, third block is having its hash. Observe it carefully, guys. If you could see, See, first block is having its hash. Now first block's hash will become the second block's previous hash. And then again second block is going to have its own hash. Now if you go to third block here, so in the third block, okay, again we have our hash of the second block as a previous hash of the third block, and then third block is going to have its own hash. Now let me say, if I go and have my fourth block here, now what will be the fourth block previous hash? And again fourth block will have its own hash again. That's not an issue. Fourth block's previous hash will become the third block's hash. This will become the previous hash of the fourth block. So this is something which you need to understand, that all the blocks are interlinked with the help of the previous hash. So they are linked in what direction? In the backward direction here. If you could observe, they are all linked in the backward direction, guys. So that's the reason why we call it as a chain mechanism it is trying to follow with the help of the previous hash. Now, can you say me one thing? Why is the previous hash here 0, guys? For the first block, there is a previous hash of 0. Can anybody let me know that why is the previous hash 0 for the first block? And one more important point is, every first block in the blockchain is called Genesis block. Only the first block, not all the blocks, guys, okay? Every first block in the blockchain is called as a Genesis block. Okay, Genesis block is what we call it as the first block, not all the blocks. Now, can anybody let me know that why is the previous hash 0 for the first block? Let me just figure it out from the chat. To the point that it is a Genesis block. Okay, it looks like link. Yeah, it is Krishna Kumar. It is a linked list. That's absolutely right. Anil Kumar, cryptography. I will explain you tomorrow that what it is, cryptography. Okay, because tomorrow we have all related to cryptocurrency. Okay, Krishna Kumar. Yes, sir. That gone video viral. Great. Yeah. Priyesh, we can know that it is starting node. That's right. Dr. Kirti Mathur. Yeah. Dr. Kirti Mathur, even if I would say you that, your answers are right here. Okay. If I see, this is my first block, guys. Okay. If you could see here, this is my first block. Okay. So as this is the first block, right? So before that, there are no blocks available. Is there any block? No. So if there is any block, then we would have got the previous hash. As this is the first block, so we don't have a previous hash. So always Genesis block will have a default previous hash as 0. It is as simple as that. That's it. Nothing more we have done. So I hope right now many of you have understood what is the structure, how we can actually try to design, and what we can do it from here. Now, one thing which I want to say, the last one is this hash. You know that hash is the fingerprint. Okay, we got to know that hash is nothing but it is like your fingerprint, how you have your unique identification. In the same way, every block has its unique identification here called as hash. This is clear. There is no such problem over here. But what is the one point which I want to say you is, how did you get this hash? Is there any algorithm which we are using? Yes, we are using an algorithm here, guys. And that algorithm name is SHA-256 algorithm. Don't worry. What is this algorithm? I'll explain you. SHA-256 algorithm which we are using here. Okay, this is suggested by the research. Research proved that SHA-256 is best algorithm. You may think that do we don't have any other algorithms in the market? I say yes, there are many algorithms in the market. You can use SHA-512, you can use Kesak, whatever you want you can use. But research proved for the blockchain that SHA-256 would be the efficient one, and it would actually make the blockchain work smoothly. So what is the full form of SHA? SHA means it is secure hash algorithm. Okay. What is SHA? SHA is nothing but it is your secure hash algorithm. What is 256? It is a 256 bit. We have bits, right? In the same way, this is 256 bit. So using SHA-256 algorithm, we determine the hash. Now, tomorrow, somebody may ask you, hey, you have attended the FDP program. Can you explain me what is a hash? Or can you say me that how can you say me that whether it is a hash or not? So then you should be in a position to say what is hash and what is not. How you can identify it. So it is like numbers ranging from 0 to 9 and alphabets ranging from A to F. Okay, so if your numbers range from 0 to 9, or if your numbers, if your alphabets range from A to F, then it is called as a hash, and we call it as the hexadecimal, guys. Okay, we can call this as the hexadecimal. Okay, so if you see the numbers from 0 to 9 and alphabets from A to F, then this is called as a hexadecimal, and if it is a hexadecimal, then we call it as a hash. So if somebody says you, can you determine that whether it is a hash or not? How can you identify it? With the help of hexadecimal pattern, that whether the numbers are in the range of 0 to 9 and alphabets are in the range of A to F. If they fall under this range, then you can say that yes, it is a hash. Otherwise, it is not. Okay, so this is the algorithm which we use to determine the hash. Now I'll show you that practically how it looks like, so that you can clearly understand what I'm trying to say. So let me just delete it. Yeah. So if you could see here, guys, this is a field where we can actually try to do some practice. Okay, so generally I'll say you listen to me very carefully. Is this a hash? Now, if you could see here, let me just make it clear. Can you say me, is this a hash? Whatever is present here. If you say it is a hash, then please let me know that how you are saying that it is a hash or not. You know, many people, they don't know this. Many of the people, they say that they know blockchain, but they don't know how to identify whether it is a hash or not. Simple logic here is you need to find out that whether it is a hexadecimal or not. How, what is hexadecimal? Whether the numbers are in the range of 0 to 9 and alphabets are in the range of A to F. If they are falling in that region, then definitely you'll say it is a hash. Otherwise, you'll say it is not. It's as simple as that. So by seeing this, you can see that the numbers are in the range of 0 to 9 and alphabets are also in the range of A to F. Then simply I could say that yes, it is a hash. Right? So that's how you need to identify that whether it is a hash or not. Now understand one important thing here, guys. There is no data here. If you see, is there any data? It is empty. I didn't put any data here. It is empty, guys. Now let me put some data here and observe what is happening, guys. Observation is very, very important. When I'm trying to do something, see here and observe what is happening in the hash level. Okay. So let me just delete it and see. Okay, I'm just writing whatever I want. See here, observe what is happening. Okay, and then let me know what happened here. Okay, I have written some content in the data field. Based on my content, what happened? Hash changed. That means what you need to understand here is, guys, when you write the data, okay, when you write the data, so as per your data, the hash changes. This is the first thing which you need to observe. Whatever you write in a block in the data field, based on your data, your hash changes. This is one of the important point which you actually need to understand. Okay, so when you write any content in the data, based on the content which you write in the data, your hash change. Now let me say, as I keep on writing the content, see my data is changing. I mean to say my hash is actually changing. As my data is changing, my hash is also changing here. Now, important point here. Let me say if I delete this, whatever is written in the data field, if I delete it, will the hash be the same? No, it will not be the same, because based on your content, you're getting the hash. Yes or no? Yes, because whatever content you're writing, based on that, you're getting the hash. Now, if I delete this, will I get the same hash? Let us see. Is the hash same, guys? If you see here, is the hash same? I don't think so. Right? Yeah, it is not the same because the content has been changed. As the content is changed here, so you are not getting the same hash. Because what did I say? Based on your content, what you write in the data field, your hash changes. Now let me say, if I put the same content, if I put the same content, will I get the same hash? Let us observe. See here. It starts with 7DA8. We are not going to refer everything, just first four is enough. 7DA8. Okay. So now let me say if I delete this, it's not the same. Okay, if I delete it, it is different. Now if I say, if I put the same content, again, the hash is same. So what you need to understand here is, whatever content you are going to put, if it is the same content, you'll get the same hash. If you are going to change the content, the hash will change. Now let me say, okay, my name is Prashant Sahu, I wrote. Now let me say if I change something here, okay, now it is changing. It's simple. See, it's changing. As I have changed the content got changed. I mean to say the hash actually has changed as per the content. Now let me say if I again go back to the same content, okay? Let me say, see, again it is the same thing. So what I want to say you is, as long as your content is same in your data field, your hash will not change. When you change anything in your data field, then your hash will change. Simply putting it, as you write the data, your hash changes. If you try to paste the same data, then there will be a same hash. If you change anything in your data, your hash will change accordingly. That's it. This is something which you need to observe, guys. Is it clear to everyone, whatever I have explained till here? Okay, if I have two blocks with the same content. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Yeah, okay. Somebody asked me, Shweta, if I have two blocks with same content, will the two blocks have the same hash? See, one important point here is, this is the hash which is present here, right? Whatever content which I have written here, if the content is same, the hash will be the same. There is no point in having a different hash, because let me say you, if I write my name is Prashant Sahu, for example, and if I put in one block, okay, it gives me hash. Now again in the second block, if I put my name is Prashant Sahu and if it gives me different hash, then there are higher chances of collision happening. And you will get confused, Shweta. Let me say one common document you kept and it is giving you two different hashes. Then you will be confused at the end of the day that which one is the right hash. That's the reason why, in order to get rid of the collision, so they came up with a concept called as, if it is the same content, you will get the same hash, whether it may be any blocks. Okay. How will we identify the block in the same content case? By same hash, by identifying it with the same hash Nimbark. Okay. Transactions again is a different Srinivas. I'll explain you that. Okay. Now I'm talking about only data, documents, not the transaction documents. Okay. How to overcome? That's what Prasad, I'm saying that by not having the, let me say, for example, if you have a different hashes, okay, Prasad, if I would say, if you have a different hashes, then it will make you confused. Okay. And at the same time, if you have the same content and it is giving you same hash, then there are no point of having collision here, because same content, if it is giving you same hash, that means at the back end, what is going to happen? The data, whatever is present, right, to that data, there will be only one hash. Whether it is 100 times you are putting the same document, it will give you 100 times the same hash only. It's not going to give you any different one. Okay, so that is something which we actually need to understand here. So whenever we just try to go ahead, right, with all the hashes, if it gives you one common hash, then there is no point of having any such problems. But going forward, if you have multiple hashes, then there are higher chances of having a collision and then the confusion. So that is one of the important point which we need to consider. So now let us go back again and see here the definition of the blockchain. So what is the definition, guys, here? If you could observe here, the definition is, a blockchain is a continuously growing list of records, which you have observed, like it is one, block number two, block number two, three, like that. It is up to block number n. All of them are arranged in a chronological pattern, which we call it as the blocks. And they are linked. Yes, they are linked with the help of the previous hash, right? By using what? Advanced cryptography like SHA-256. This is what I have explained in order to make sure that you can understand the blockchain definition. Okay, by using an advanced cryptography, what are we trying to do? We are trying to implement the SHA-256 algorithm in order to make sure that nobody would actually try to enter into the system, and we are actually trying to interlink each and every block with the help of the previous hash. So this is the standard definition which all of you actually need to understand it. Okay, so this is one of the important point. Now let me explain you a general use case, guys. People are having doubts, I will answer it, then only I will leave the session, don't worry about it. Now, let me explain you one general scenario, guys. Now, observe this scenario very carefully. If you observe this scenario or a case study, you will get lots of properties of the blockchain. Okay, lots of properties can be covered here. That is one of the important point which you need to understand here, guys, because within 1 hour, I can't cover the entire thing. Let me say the entire blockchain part. Okay, so I will give you a use case study, so which you need to understand, and then based on that, we will derive the properties of the blockchain. Till now, what all did we do? One is we understood what is blockchain, the structure of it, and then the hashing property. Now let us understand what is immutable. Okay, we are going to discuss about what exactly is immutable. Immutable means once the data is present inside the block. Okay, once the data is present inside the block, and if that block is present inside the blockchain, you can never ever erase that data. Again, I'm saying once the data is present inside the blockchain, you can never erase that data. Whatever can be done, but you can't change the data. It can't be deleted, it can't be changed, guys. Immutable is one such property where you can't change anything. And then there is something called as a decentralized. Okay, decentralized, or we can call it as the distributed. Okay, decentralized and distributed mechanism, or we also have consensus. Okay, we have immutable, decentralized and distributed, and consensus. Okay, so all these three things I'm going to cover right now with the help of the case study. Now, let us go into the case study, guys. Okay, so let me say you that there is a land and revenue department. Okay, so this is my land and revenue department, guys. Now, what is going to happen is, let me say I purchased a land, okay, which is of 3 acres, for example. Okay, I purchased a land which is of 3 acres. Now I want to register this land onto my name. So where would I go? I go to the state land and revenue department. Okay, state government will have its own registration office, if I would say, where I will register my land. Okay, 3 acres of land, I'm going to do registration in the land and revenue department. So one of the employee will be assigned and he will be taking care of my registration process. This is fine, there is no problem at all. So this person will take care and he will register 3 acres of land under my name. Register means what is happening? So it will be under the government's database. Now government's database will be present in a single server. Okay, so this is a server. Now in this server, everyone's details will be there. It is not only that person who purchased 3 acres of land in that state or in that respective area. So whosoever has purchased any land or anything, everything will be registered in a server, which is a government server. Okay, now this is what we call it as a centralized model, guys. Even right now also people are using this centralized model. Centralized model means where they will have one server, single server. In this single server, they try to put all the details. Now this server is managed by a person called as an admin. Okay, we call him as an admin who looks after the server maintenance, server functionalities. All of these things are taken care by the admin. Now, say one thing. Let me say there is a corrupt person in the land and revenue department, maybe Tehsildar or maybe a magistrate who is a corrupt person. Assume, it's all an assumption, guys. So there is no such hard and fast that it should be like this. Okay, it is just an assumption. Okay, let me say that there is a corrupt person. Okay, this guy is a corrupt guy who want to grab the land of this person who purchased 3 acres. Okay, so he want to change it into 2.97 into the owner's name, and then rest of the 0.03 under this person's name. He want to just grab without the information of the owner. Okay, so he wants to do this change. Now what this person can do, he is not aware of any technical knowledge, he is not having any good IT technical knowledge. Then he will go, he will talk with the admin, he will give enough money to admin, and admin is having the control of this server. He can go and he can change as per the requirement of the Tehsildar or maybe a magistrate or maybe any employee in the land and revenue department, and nobody knows about it. At the back end, these things will happen, and even the owner knows about it, nor the employees who are working there. Nobody knows about it. Only the person who is doing the corrupt activity and the admin, they both of them know what is actually happening at the back end. Owner thinks that he owns the 3 acres of land, but at the end of the day, as per the government database, he owns only 2.97, not 3 acres. So this is actually happening, guys. Yes, even you know or you don't know, I am not sure about it, but yes, these things are happening at the back end. This is the major problem in the land and revenue department. Indeed, if you would have seen the case in Hyderabad recently, there was one person who went and who burned the magistrate officer. He took a petrol and then he threw and he lit the fire over there because these things happened at the back end. Then immediately the government of Telangana, they started implementing the blockchain technology, guys. How did they implement it? What is the problem here? They identified. See, now I explained you a normal method. This is not a blockchain model. This is a traditional model, guys. Whatever I explained you right now, this is a traditional model. Even right now, it is happening in various states. Now, what I'm trying to say you is, let me show you, if you implement blockchain, what is going to happen? How this is going to benefit the land and revenue department, how it is going to benefit by removing this centralized model, how it is going to benefit to the owner, and how the transparency will come into the picture. So this is a traditional model which I explained you. Centralized model, admin is the king. Who wants to do any corrupt activity, give money to admin, do whatever you require, nobody knows about it. This is a traditional model. Let me try to explain you about the blockchain model. Okay, so let me say you, in the land and revenue department only, right now we are trying to implement the blockchain technology. Same example, guys. I'm not going to take a different one. Okay, I said I have purchased 3 acres of land and I go to where? Land and revenue office, and then I go for the registration process. A person will be assigned and he will do everything, but this time there will be no centralized server. Okay, now generally in the traditional model, what happens? We put in a centralized server and there will be admin for this, right? This concept is removed totally. This is nowhere present in the blockchain technology. I will say you what happens. So using blockchain, you can remove this entire process here. What is going to happen is, see, when this person, okay, this person means the employee of the land and revenue department, when he comes and registers my land, what happens is, let me say, in the land and revenue department, there are 200 employees working. Just a rough value, guys. I'm not saying, let me say it's just a rough value. I don't know how many people do work, but here roughly I'm saying 200 employees are working. Among the 200 employees, one employee will be assigned for our land and for a land registration. Not all the 200 employees will do that. Okay. So now, before case, what happened in the traditional model? If you remember, what did I say? Nobody knows. 200 employees when they work, right? Among this, the corrupt guy and the admin, only they know what is happening. Rest of the 199 people, they don't know anything. What is happening at the back end level. But right now, what I'm trying to say you is, once the land registers, okay, once this person registers the land, this details, the data of this land will be distributed to all the 200 employees who are working here. That means, let me say 200 persons who are using the systems, right? These are called as the nodes. Now every system is a single node. First node, second node, third node, like that. So the data gets distributed to all the nodes which are available here. Okay, so whatever data which is actually available, this data gets distributed to all the nodes which are available, guys. Now if there are 200 people working with the systems, this data gets distributed to 200 nodes. That is what we call distributed model. And everything here is decentralized. There is no single server where you're rushing all the details there. Now here every system acts as a server. The employees who are working with their own laptop or a desktop, right, that will act as a single server. Now the data gets distributed to all the systems. Now this person, let me say X person who purchases 3 acres of land, right, it gets distributed to all the 200 employees. Then you may ask me this question, then is there any privacy issue? Why there is privacy issue? Because all of them are the employees of land and revenue department only, right? Then they need to know about it, because under them only you are doing registration. You are not sharing with some other person. You are sharing this detail within the land and revenue department only. So then in that case, there is no problem at all. Okay, so this is something which you need to understand, guys. So here, now let me say if you want to do a corrupt activity, okay, among these 200 people, let me say there was one guy who wants to do corrupt activity using blockchain mechanism. He can't talk to admin, because if he talks to admin also, he will say that this is not a centralized model, I can't help you. Then this person should go and ask rest of the 199 people, saying that, hey, I want to change the land into 2.97 to owner and 0.03 I want to grab. Do you really think that 199 people will give him this approval saying that go and do whatever you wish? No, it's not going to happen, because in the before case, just an admin is required. But right now, except him, he needs to ask the rest of the 199 people to change the data. Do you really think that 199 people are going to involve into this corrupt activity? Do you really think that he's going to buy this 199 people? With this money, whatever is going to buy this 199 people, right? The land cost will be less actually. The money which he needs to pay to this 199 people. So here transparency is increasing. Now you may say that, do 199 people need to give approval? Then I would say not 199 people. At least if he gets 51% of the people approval, at least if he gets 51% of the people, that is majority, then he can do whatever he wish. But remember one thing, guys, rest of the 49% people also know what is happening. 100% of the people know what is happening here, but only 51% of the people give approval. Rest of the 49% people, among them, if one person understands that it is a corrupt activity, he can go and inform to the owner of the 3 acres of the land, and he can inform to the nearby police station also to file a FIR against them because they are doing a corrupt activity. This is how you can actually try to remove the problem by using the distributed mechanism, making sure that transparency would come into the picture and there wouldn't be any corruption, especially related to land activities or especially related to real estate sector. So this is something which already the government of Telangana have implemented it, and as well as Maharashtra also. Okay, Telangana and Maharashtra have already started implementing it. Okay, so I was one of the member of this government of Telangana project while designing this land and revenue department. So that's the reason why I'm trying to explain you in a clear way, because we have designed in this way to make sure that to eliminate totally the corrupt activities. So that's the reason why this is very, very important, guys. This is a distributed model where all the data gets distributed to all the employees. If you want to change anything, you need to get 51% of the people approval. But if anything is happening, all the people will know about it. If 51% of the people, if he buys also, among the 49% of the people, if anybody can go and file a complaint, then that's it. He's gone. So that's how the transparency is brought into the picture. And this is generally what we call it as the distributed and decentralized model. Okay, this is a distributed and decentralized model, guys. Everything gets distributed in a system. Now, one last thing which I want to cover here is, if you see, guys, the data which is present in this system, first system, the data is distributing to second system. Now again the data is moving from second to third system, right? Internally it is getting distributed. Now you may think in your mind, how come the first system, when the data is present, how the second system is accepting the data? This is where we fit our consensus. Consensus means understanding between the systems. The best example for this is when we play a cards game, right? When we play, or when we play a normal cards game, right? If you remember what we do, first when we play a game of 5 friends or 7 friends, how many people it may be, first what is the conclusion which we come, whether we shall play with 5 cards, 7 cards, or 11 cards. That is a common understanding between all of us, that we will play with 7 cards first, and then we shall start the game. That is a common understanding between all our friends. In the same way, every system will have a common understanding that if any new data comes into a particular system, that data should be distributed to all the systems. Like how many systems are present, to those many systems the data will get distributed. So that is what we call consensus. Consensus means it is understanding, guys. Understanding between the systems so that we can actually try to accept the data. That is what we generally call it as the consensus. Immutable means what, guys? Immutable means the data which is present inside the block. Okay, once that block falls into the blockchain, you can never change that data. That is what we call it as immutable. So three concepts I covered here. One is immutable, another one is distributed and decentralized, and the third one is your consensus. Till here, is everybody clear, guys? Let me just Prasad, for your question, right? Terabytes of data means block size is not terabyte. Okay, block size is generally 1 MB. So as you have asked me this question, Prasad, so I would say you that it would be done in such a way that the data which is present at the block level, it will be connected to your cloud. Blockchain in integration with the cloud, all the data would be stored inside the cloud, and then we generate a primary ID for that, and that primary ID would be stored inside the cloud. Okay, the data, the tons of data, the terabytes or pegabytes of data, whatever is present, right, it would actually be present inside a cloud. Okay, because cloud is meant for storage. Now that primary ID would actually be stored inside the block. So that's how we are actually trying to address the problem, whatever you have asked me, right? Correct, only verifying the block hash rate. Yes, that's right. Vijesh, note to make server, how it's become possible. I mean, generally saying that, what is a server? See, server is nothing but inside server, what do we have, Vijesh? Simply your compute, your storage, your networking, and then all these things are present inside a server. If you have all this configuration, then you can call that as one single server. Now, in your laptop, you have server present. What is that? Your Microsoft Windows operating system, which is actually present, right? In the same way, when you just go ahead and try to check your systems, right? So all these systems will individually act as a common server. That means with the help of your IP addresses, all of them are linked to one common IP address, and they are going to introduce all the networking, compute, and then all these features available so that every system would actually act as a server, or every node, if you would say, would act as a server. It will take such much time to check each block. So I mean to say, like, Anil, if for your question, right? Yeah, it's sudo. So if I would, yes, Vijesh, you are right. So if I would say here, Anil, so in this case, it will take much time to check each block. Okay, they have an ID there. There is a block height readily available. What they do is, Anil, this block height which are actually present, right? So this block height would actually be mapped to your IDs. Now, when you register your land, Anil, what happens? You get your registration ID for that, right? Your registration ID will be mapped to your block number. So next time when you go ahead and try to verify, right, with your registration ID, it will show you what is the block height or what is the block number. So then we can directly go there and verify it rather than checking each and every block. It is just a small sort of an automation, if I would say, which can be done in a faster way. I hope that answers your question. If you still have, you can ask me. Srinivasa, impact on applications when decentralized blocks are there. See, impact on application means one is, Srinivas, if I would say, based on the infrastructure, right? Infrastructure will be very high. I understand your point, but the point is we have a cloud readily available. That's the reason many organizations right now are integrating with the cloud, because cloud is giving you a huge infrastructure from where we can host. That is one way. Second way is, if you have enough money with you, if you have enough budget with you, what you can actually try to do, you can actually try to create your own on-premise data center, and you can purchase all the huge infrastructure. But for that, you need to have a lot of cost, which I wouldn't suggest. So it's better that we use some cloud services, and then we can use on pay as you go model. Whenever we require, we use it. When we don't require, we don't use it. It's as simple as that. Guys, did I miss anything, guys? If I miss anything, could you please post one more time? so that I can clear it up. Okay. And now somebody came. Yeah, Prasad. Still want to change the ownership data to another person who purchased it. The last block also will be modified. Okay. Prasad, so now again, it's also one of the good question. See, what happens is generally, let me say, Prashant purchased a land right now. Just for your example, I'm saying. Now, Prashant wants to change that ownership to Prasad, for example. Okay, going down the line. Now, what is going to happen is registrar over there, what he's going to do is he's going to lock the previous block, because as you know, immutable is something which is very important and which is not going to allow you to change anything inside the existing block. So that block will be locked. Now when I say the block is locked, what is locked means not the hash and the previous hash. If the hash and the previous hash are locked, then there will be no continuous flow of it. Only the data will be locked. Let me show you here in this way, so that it will be very clear for you to understand. Okay, so here, this is my block. Inside that I have a data here. This is my data, and then I have my hash, and then I have my previous hash here. Okay, now if anything goes wrong, okay, only the data will be locked, not the hash and the previous hash. If you lock this, then there will be no continuity with the next blocks. So next time if anything wants to be changed, what is going to happen? See, automatically when I'm transferring the ownership from Prashant to, let me say, Prasad, right? Automatically your name will change. Yes or no? So as the content is changing, will the hash be the same? No, the hash is definitely going to be the different. Then the next block will be added. In this next block, the registrar is going to add a new set of data, that the ownership, whatever I'm trying to transfer it to another person, that will be present inside this block. And whatever data which is already present in the existing block, that will be locked. That's how the mechanism is actually working right now. And here it is a scalability issue. If anybody would observe this, it is a scalability issue, guys. How many blocks would you keep on adding it? So that is where Ethereum 2.0 is coming. The version 2.0 will come in the next year, which is actually trying to address this problem. That is scalability problem. Okay, they are coming with a concept called as a chameleon hash, which I'm trying to say you beforehand itself because I'm working on it. If anybody is interested, you can go into it. Chameleon hash. They are introducing a new hash, and this hash is going to change the scalability issue, if I would say. What is that? How it works? It is an advanced concept. I don't want to again confuse each and every one of you, but if you are really interested, you can go and study the chameleon hash. But what I can say is, if anything needs to be changed, the previous data will be locked, a new block will be inserted with the new data. That's how the things are working right now. Okay, so I hope that answers the Prasad's query. Now let me say, Anil says clear. Okay. We are using Microsoft Azure Nimbark, okay? Microsoft Azure, not AWS or GCP, because AWS or GCP still are in the nascent stages. They have not explored the blockchain to the maximum extent. Azure has gone to the top level, okay? What happens if someone tries to change the hash? AD, so I don't know what's your name, but it's been mentioned as AD, but let me just show you what happens actually. Yeah, see here, if I would say you one thing, if anything goes wrong, see, if somebody wants to change the hash here, right? Let me say, this is the block which somebody wants to steal the data. What is going to happen as all the blocks are interlinked? So see here. So these all blocks will turn into red color, that somebody is actually trying to hack this block. If you could see here, if somebody is going to come and try to hack any particular block, so rest of the blocks will turn into red color because all of them are interlinked. First point. Okay, so now I'm trying to say you that if anybody is going to hack this particular block, okay, so next blocks also you need to hack, guys. Not only this block, rest next blocks also you need to hack in order to make sure that all of them are in the right way. Now what is the time which is with him? What is the time which is with him to do all these changes until the next block falls in the chain? Until the next block falls in the chain, he is having the time to change all these blocks. What is the time is? It is 15 seconds, guys. Within every 15 seconds, the block falls into the blockchain. Okay, this is every 15 seconds, the block falls into the blockchain, and this is Ethereum one I'm saying, okay? Ethereum blockchain. Tomorrow I will say the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin blockchain in the future of cryptocurrency session, okay? So if you see here, every 15 seconds, the block falls. Within the next block falls, the hacker should complete all his hacking process. That means not only this block, he's actually trying to hack this block, guys, where there is a danger symbol. Not only this block he need to hack, rest of the blocks which are present, right? Even he needs to hack all these blocks. That means hacking means what? Now, when you change the content here, the hash will change. Once the hash changes, as all of them are interlinked, so every hash will change. Now you need to change the hash of the block which you're trying to hack, as well as the rest of the blocks hash also you need to determine it in order to make it synchronization. If you do within 15 seconds, then you are a successful hacker. Otherwise, you are not. You will not be in a position to hack otherwise. Okay. Now, one more important point, guys. If you would have listened to me very carefully, whatever I have explained you, right? You should understand one point here. What is that? This is done in only one system, guys. Like this, there are multiple systems. In one system, you have the data in this way. But as it is distributed, it will be present in multiple systems. Now, if the hacker hacks in one system, he is not a successful hacker. Within 15 seconds, he needs to hack 51% of the systems. Let me say in the land and revenue department, if any hacker wants to hack anything, out of 200, what is 51%? 101. So he needs to hack 101 systems within 15 seconds so that he can become a successful hacker. And if you give him 10 years, 20 years also, he can't do this. Forget about 15 seconds. Such is the speciality of the SHA-256 algorithm, guys. They can't do this hacking. That's the reason why it is very, very difficult. It's actually very difficult to hack it. See, this is what I'm trying to say you. So you just can't hack as you wish. Okay. So if I just go to the next slide, this is what I'm trying to say you. See, hacking in only one system is not going to help you. See, if in this system, if you hack, you're not successful. You're still a failure. You have to hack in majority of the systems. Let me say how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 systems are there here. Right now, what you need to do, you need to hack at least around 4 systems in order to become a successful hacker. Okay, so this is also one of the important point which you need to understand. So I hope the person who asked this question is clear with whatever I have explained right now. This is how, if hacking happens, it will be a problem. And one last message to everyone. Okay, somebody who said me that blockchain was hacked. I don't know whether you're still in this misconception. Blockchain was never hacked till now. One straight thing which I want to say without wasting time. Blockchain was never hacked till now. Whenever you hear that Bitcoin is hacked, it doesn't mean that the blockchain is hacked. Okay, Bitcoin is hacked means, I'll say you one thing, guys. Okay, so Bitcoin, you store money in your wallet, which I'm going to show you tomorrow. You store your money in wallet. Now this wallet is getting hacked, guys. This wallet which is present, right? This is getting hacked. And this wallet is designed by using simple Android application. If you know how to design an Android application using normal JavaScript and everything, anybody can do. Even the students can design a wallet. Now, if they are not secure, see, you are putting the money in your wallet, guys. Right? Now, if that wallet is not strong enough to have a hacking mechanism, then there is no point in designing that wallet. This wallet is getting hacked. And the Bitcoin, whatever is present in this wallet, people are losing it. And you are blaming the blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is nowhere related to here, guys. Wallets are getting hacked. I think, Priyesh, when you say that it is hacked, you need to study that. You need to go and identify that what is getting hacked. Technology was never been hacked. Only the wallets are hacked. Recently, Twitter got hacked. If you see it, Twitter. Okay, people were saying that from Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, from this account, message came like, if you give me 10 Bitcoins, I'll give you 20 Bitcoins. They said to pay in Bitcoins, guys. People said that blockchain was hacked. Where is blockchain hacked, man? They hacked Twitter. They hacked the Twitter and then they went into these accounts and then they're asking in terms of Bitcoin. How could you say that the technology is hacked when Twitter was hacked? So Twitter is now changing the system architecture. Now they are implementing the blockchain technology, which you can find in the internet. Even CEO of Twitter also informed the same thing. In order to get rid of this problem, they are trying to introduce the blockchain technology, guys. Okay. So I hope this concept is clear to AD. And let me just not waste much time, guys. Let me just go ahead. Vijesh, if cloud crashes, now there are again, cloud is again a different concept where we have private regions again. That is a different concept, Vijesh. Not a regions which you could see. Cloud also provides you private regions. Okay, where we have certain regulations like GDPR, okay, global data policy regulations, privacy regulations are present. So based on that, we make sure that always the data is distributed like in the form of a data center. We distribute at the region level. Okay, so we make sure that the cloud never crashes, and we also have a DR, disaster recovery, and everything. Okay, ma'am, you can share the attendance link. The people who are asking. So if any block info has to be updated every time a new block will be introduced. Absolutely right, Shweta. Nimberg, thank you. Anil Desai, sorry. Yeah, thank you. So Anil, I hope your doubt is resolved. Okay, ask the ma'am, kindly share attendance. Okay, so please display it again. You got it, sir. Thank you. Krishna, you got it. Cool. Okay, attendance sheet is shared. I think, yeah, hacking of blockchain is very complex. Prashant, block two creating. Okay, one last question. With this, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Okay. Prasad says one more question. Yeah, okay. Block two creating hashing only data got hashed, the previous hash plus data. Data will not come. Okay, data is different, Prasad. Okay. As the data is different, only the hash will come, not everything. Only the previous hash of the previous block will come as the major one here. Okay. So that is an important point, Prasad. I hope that answers your question. Not the data, only hash. So that's it from my end, guys. If anybody have any doubts, please do let me know. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for appreciating the session. Thank you so much. I hope everybody got a clear picture, and still there are many speakers who are going to come and make your concept still clear. So please try to listen effectively and get to know the best things. And tomorrow again, I'll be joining, guys. I think my session would be at around 12:30. I hope so. I don't have, I forgot the schedule, but yeah. So maybe around 11:30 to 12:30, I'll be there, and we shall talk about cryptocurrencies again. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, and we shall meet again tomorrow. So over to host Ashta ma'am, if you're there.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Uh, Prashant Shahu sir is working with the Tata Consultancy Service. So sorry sir, आपका introduction मैंने पहले नहीं दिया था.
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. No issues.
So next session is from Mr. Ajinkya Lohakre sir. Ajinkya sir, you are now unmuted.
Okay, okay. Shall I start the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Screen visible? My screen visible properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon, everybody. So from India, indeed. My voice properly clear or not?
Yes.
Just take. Okay,
Your
okay.
voice is properly clear.
Okay. So from India, indeed. My name is Ajinkya, and I am a computer security guy and blockchain expert. I'm an ethical hacker also. So right now, my first and convenient questions to all of you now. How many of you have ever casted a vote? So raise your hand, or you can just put your answer in a text in a chat box. How many of you have ever casted a vote? How many of you have ever casted a vote? Okay, cool. Just a minute. Okay. So if you are casting a vote, then how do you make sure that the person or the purpose you voted for get the votes? Like, do you have any proof of that? Yes or no? Do you have any proof of that? And ever you heard the same story from United States to India, the two world biggest democracies, people always have insecurities after casting a vote. And then there is the re-elections or the recounting. But isn't it funny? Like after the re-elections or the recounting, most of the people don't feel insecure. And at the same time, I would just like to say it's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of money again. Because that re-elections and that recounting is happening under the same governance, is happening under the same government. Then why would you believe the second time at the same system? Like if you already had allegations against it in the first place, and this is one of the perfect example where the blockchain technology could be the solution for this. Now, what is the blockchain technology? Please put your answer in the chat box. What is the blockchain technology? Incredibly popular, but at the same time, boring topic again and again. And I can understand. I can understand. Well, it was same for me until I came to know what exactly this weird technology. And why weird? Because if you see the popularity of the blockchain and you can search on Google, you will get almost 244 million results. And after summing up those results, it's a technology which is trustworthy. It's a technology which is trustworthy. You don't need any central authority. It's a transparent system. Sounds like pretty good, right? And then came the statement like it's an immutable, it's an incorruptible and distributed system. What does that mean? And I have also heard from people says blockchain is a Bitcoin, blockchain is a Bitcoin, and the only applications of the blockchain is a cryptocurrency, and blockchain is only used in the financial sector, which is not true. Which is not true. It's just like saying India is a whole world and whole world is India, which does not make any sense until we go to war with each and every country and take control of them, and then we can say that. But I don't think our government is planning to do that, at least in the near future. So I don't blame people who have this concept. So that's what they have been presented with, right? So a lot of the might interpretations of the technology can solve the many problems we have in this society. So keep it simple. It's an online distributed system which can store the information. And by the way, the blockchain was described in the 1991 by a group of researchers, but it was never been so important until 2009 when a cryptocurrency is called Bitcoin. It is used as a first blockchain cryptocurrencies. And so keep it simple. It's an online distributed system. You can store the informations. And there are three things. There are three things on every block. There are three things on every block. First is data. Second is hash. And third is previous block hash. First is data. Second is hash. And third is previous block hash. Every block contains the information. For example, Bitcoin blockchain contains the information about sender, receivers, or transaction. For example, the Bitcoin blockchain contains the information about sender, receivers, or transactions, right? Second, every block has a hash. Every block has a hash. It's just like as a fingerprint. And we identify the block with using a hash. And number three, every block contains the previous block hash as well, right? Every block contains the previous block hash, and every new block connects with the previous block. And first block is called as a genesis block because it doesn't contain any kind of hash and previous block hash things. Okay, it contains hash, but it does not contain any previous block hash, so it's called as a genesis block. So these are the methods. And why blockchain is so important? Because of its peer-to-peer nature of work. Like instead of having the central authority, which normal banks have, central authority contains the information about each and every block and they manage the blocks. But in blockchains, you don't need any central authority. In a blockchains, you don't need any central authority. You can do whatever things with the blockchains. So let's take a real life example. Just a minute. Let's take a real life example. Okay, how blockchain technology can be used for the electrical vehicles. Okay, just a minute. I just share an example, and after that, I will explain each and every concept, every your queries. Okay, so let's take a real life example. There are three friends, Anna, Carmen, and Colo. There are three friends, Anna, Carmen, and Colo. Anna has $100, Carmen has $60, and Colo has $40. Anna has $100, Carmen has $60, and Colo has $40. Anna and Carmen both already in blockchain. Anna and Carmen both already in blockchain. So they both know each other. Means Anna knows Carmen how much dollar and Carmen knows Anna how much dollar. And if I repeat once again, if Colo wants to join the blockchain, if Colo wants to join the blockchain, he has to be provide the proof of work. He has to be provide the proof of work. And on the basis of proof of work, Anna and Carmen accept him or reject him. I repeat once again, Anna has $100, Carmen has $60, Colo has $40. Anna knows Carmen how much dollar, Carmen knows Anna how much dollar, right? Anna and Carmen both already in blockchains. If Colo wants to join the blockchain, he has to be provide the proof of work. And on the basis of proof of work, Anna and Carmen accept him or reject him. And if Colo have been accepted into the blockchains, he will get all the informations because blockchain is just a chain of blocks. It is interconnected blocks, and whoever joined the blockchain, he will get all the informations about each and every rules. So Anna knows Carmen how much dollar, Carmen knows how much dollar, and Colo means three of them know each other, like how much dollar, right? So if somebody who wants to cheat the system, for example, Carmen sends, I will tell you what is the proof of work. I will tell you. Okay, for example, Carmen sends 60. For example, Carmen sends $200 to the Colo. If someone who wants to cheat the system, so Carmen sends $200 to Colo, but the transaction cannot proceed. Yes, transaction cannot proceed because Anna and Colo knows Carmen have only $60. So that's why the transaction cannot proceed. And this property which makes the blockchain so secure. There is another property which makes the blockchain so secure is peer-to-peer nature of work. And with using this kind of mechanisms, we identify the block and we check, we people identify everything is in the blockchain is in order and nothing got cheated. Okay, so this is all about the blockchain. Then what is a hash? All of you heard about the hash? Yes or no? All of you heard about hash properly? What is a hash? Please tell me, what is a hash? Anyway, uh, by the way, why do we have this kind of technology? Why do we need this kind of technology? Please tell me, why do we need this kind of technology? Please put your answer in the chat box. Why do we need this kind of technology? Your digital voting is connected to the internet, right? Why do we need this kind of technology? For security. Okay, for security then. Why do we need this technology? To check integrity, for security. Okay. By the way, why do we have to pay a huge amount of extra fees? By the way, why do we have to pay a huge amount of extra fees? Just do a transaction between the two agreed parties. Why do you have to pay a huge amount of extra fees for the third parties? Yes? Yes or no? For security, easy operations. Please tell me, why do we need this kind of technology? I'm waiting for your answer. For example, if I'm buying medicine from the medical, how I make sure that the medicine is came from the same manufacturer? If I am buying a medicine from the manufacturer, how I make sure that the medical is came from the same manufacturer? Just detail, just date or the stamp written on the box. And at the end of the day, I trust the seller. Yes or no? At the end of the day, I trust the seller. Then how many of you bought something online to check any modifications happen in the previous blog? How many of you bought something online? For example, eBay. How many of you bought something online? For example, eBay. Yes or no? How many of you bought something online? Please tell me. For example, eBay, right? We don't know the seller. Yes or no? We don't know the seller. And the only thing we can see is the ratings and reviews. We people see only ratings and reviews. And on the basis of the ratings and reviews, we just purchase the things or something feedbacks, right? And we are not sure that this is the original one or the fake ones. And I am supposed to send the money. I am supposed to send the money even before receiving the product. What if? What if I will not receive the product? Will I get my money back? Yes or no? Will I get my money back? Well, there are the many other needs, but I would like to highlight the one which I always feel insecure about my taxes. Yes or no? You people, think about your taxes now. you shared with your government, right? How I make sure that the money I am giving to the government, they are actually using that things on me, or they even be using it or not, and I am supposed to pay that money in a real or not. We need this technology. We need this technology because it can save time, it can save money, it can reduce risk, it can increase trust, and we don't need any central authority for that. Yes or no? It's just a trust thing, it's just a security thing. But at the end of the day, I want to suggest one thing for you. Blockchain is also hackable. Blockchain is also hackable because your each and every single device is connected to the internet, and your every single device is connected to the internet means everything is the vulnerable. But cracking the but cracking the blockchain things, it's a very toughable competitions in it. Okay, you can understand my point. Yes or no? My voice audible properly? Please tell me in chat box. Okay. So what is a hash? Please tell me what is a hash? So basically, hash is a string of numbers and letters. Basically, hash is a string of letters and numbers produced by the hash function. A hash function is a mathematical that takes variable numbers of characters and convert it into a string of fixed numbers of character. Just a minute, I just open a one website here. Wait for a minute. Whenever you put any kind of query here, for example, the hi, you will get a hash, right? You will get a hash. Means every block contains the data, every block contains the hash, and every block contains the previous block hash as well. Okay, so for example, here we go, like anders.com, where is anders.com? Okay, screen visible properly? Okay, so whenever you put any kind of query here, for example, hi, your hash will completely change. Your hash will completely change. Hello, your hash will completely change. Means every block has a hash which is very unique to each and every block. And here we go, the block. Number twice block. Here we go, the block number one. This is a nonce number. Anybody knows about the nonce number? Anybody knows about the nonce number? Please put your answer in the chat box. आप में से किसी ने पूछा था कि प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क होता क्या है? Yes or no? Proof of work होता क्या है? होता क्या है? No. Nobody knows about the nonce? Yes or no? Proof of work hota kya hai? First of all, this is your block, right? And blockchain is a chain of blocks which contains the information. Blockchain is a chain of blocks which contains the information. So first of all, this is a block. This is a nonce number. And whenever you put any kind of query here, like hi, your block is completely invalid. Your block is completely invalid. Means जब भी आप कुछ यहाँ पे query डालोगे, what is the nonce? I will tell you. जब भी आप यहाँ पे कुछ query डालोगे, तब आपका hash completely change हो जाएगा. Whenever you put any kind of query here, your hash will completely change. Okay, so this is your index, this is your block number, this is your hash. And whenever your hash start from 4 zeros, जब भी आपके hash जो होता है, अगर वो start from the 4 zeros, means your block is valid. And this is the proof of work method. Proof of work method क्या होता है? अभी मैं यहाँ पे आपको दिखाता हूँ. This is a blockchain, chain of blocks. अगर ये मेरा block number है, अभी nonce number होता क्या है? इस time पे, okay. So what is a block? This is your first block, and this is your nonce number. Okay, this is your nonce number. So what is a nonce number? Whenever your block hash start from 4 zeros, your block hash start from 4 zeros, means your block is valid, and this is called the proof of work method. As simple as that. Yes or no? You understand my point? Your block start from 4 zeros means your block is valid, and your block is not, your block hash not start from 4 zeros means your block is invalid. And you have to change each and every, you have to mine each and every block. Means your each and every block start from 4 zeros. Just like that, whenever I put any information here, your block is invalid. I have to mine this block, and your block is start from, your block hash start from 4 zeros here. Wait a minute. Okay, so your hash will start from 4 zeros. Like your hash will start from 4 zeros means your this block is valid, right? Means your first block is valid because hashes start from 4 zeros. And whenever you put any kind of query here, your hash will completely change. So you have to mine second block also. You have to mine second block also, like this. You have to mine second block, and you have to mine third block. Okay, and third block. And this property which makes the blockchain so secure. And why no one person can hack a blockchain? Because the person have to crack the each and every block. Okay, just a minute. If it doesn't start with the 4 zeros, why it is invalid? What's the reason for the invalidity? Because you put the wrong informations in it. You put the wrong informations in the data sections, because every block contains the hash, every block contains the data. And when any person change the informations inside the block, your block is invalid because the hash start not from 4 zeros. So you have to mine each and every block. So a hacker have to stop, you know what, no one person, that's why no one person can hack the blockchain. So that's why the blockchain is so secure. It's a peer-to-peer nature of work. So this is your hash, block, and the blockchain. Just a minute. Then what is a blockchain? A blockchain is a diary that is almost impossible to forge. Or you can say the blockchain is a chain of blocks which contains the information about each and every block, and no one can hack the blockchain. Then here we go, the 10 points for the blockchain. So basically, just a minute. A blockchain is a type of a diary. A blockchain is a type of a diary or spreadsheet containing information about transactions. A blockchain is a type of diary or the spreadsheet containing information about transactions. You can store your medical records, you can store your voting information, you can store your each and every information. You can store your digital identities also. You can create your ledgers, right? A blockchain is a type of diary or spreadsheet containing information about transactions. Number 2, each transaction generates a hash. Every transaction generates a hash. And whenever you put any default information, like whenever any person cheat the system or put any wrong information inside the blockchain hash completely change. So each transaction generates a hash. Number 3, a hash is a string of letters and numbers. Hash is a string of letters and numbers. You can create a hash. Number 4, transactions are entered into order in which they occur. And order is very important. Transactions are entered into order in which they occur, and order is very important. Number 5, the hash not depends only on the transaction. The hash not depends only on the transaction, but the previous transaction hash. Means every block contains the hash of the previous block as well. Number 6, even a small change in the transaction creates a completely new hash. Means any person change the query in the block, your hash will completely change. So even a small change in the transaction creates a completely new hash. Number 7, the node check to make sure the transaction has not been changed by the inspecting the hash. Number 8, if transaction has been approved by the majority of the nodes, then it is written into a block. Means first of all, you have to do a proof of work methods. Number 9, a blockchain is effective as it is spread over many computers and each of which have a copy of blockchains. And these computers are called as a nodes. And blockchain update, just a minute, the blockchain update itself every 10 minutes. So keep it simple. It's an online distributed system which can store the informations. Every block has a hash. Every block contains the previous block hash. Every block contains the informations about the sender, receivers, and the transactions. You can store your medical records. You can store your digital identity and anything with using blockchain. You can do anything with using your blockchain. Just a minute. So next, what is the proof of work method? What is the proof of work method? So basically, proof of work is a system. Proof of work is a system that requires some work from the service requester, usually meaning processing time by a computer. Producing proof of work is a random process with low probability. So normally a lot of trials and error is required for the valid proof of works to be generated. And when it comes to Bitcoin, hash is what serve as a proof of work. Means recently I tell you about how to do a proof of work. You have to mine each and every block, and your block hashes start from 4 zeros, means your block is valid. And this is what about the proof of work method. Okay, so proof of work is a system that requires some work from the service requester, usually meaning processing time by computers. Then next, where can blockchain be used? Where can blockchain be used? Number 1, payment processing and the money transfer. You can do a supply chain. You can use the blockchain in a supply chain management process. Then number 2, monitor supply chain. Number 3, retail royalty or reward program. Number 4, digital IDs. Number 5, data sharing, food safety, copyrights. You don't need any third party. You can create your legal agreements. You can create your legal things. You don't need any lawyers kind of things. So you have to create the smart contracts with using the Ethereum. All of you heard about the Ethereum? Please tell me. All of you heard about the Ethereum or the Ether? Please put your answer in the chat box. So what is the Ethereum? So what is the Ethereum? Please tell me, what is the Ethereum? What is the Ethereum? Ether is a cryptocurrency, like digital currency. So Krishna Kumar Bora, cryptocurrency programming language. You can build a different decentralized applications. You can build a different decentralized applications with using a Ethereum. And in Ethereum, we can use the one programming language that is called the Solidity programming language. All of you heard about the Solidity programming language? All of you heard about the Solidity programming language? Please tell me your answer in the chat box so I can. Okay, no. Okay, so after the popularity of the blockchain, Ethereum is developed by the Vitalik Buterin. No one is talking. No one is heard about the Ethereum or the Ether. Please tell me. Okay. So where can blockchain be used? I will. Okay. So where can be blockchain be used? First is the payment processing and the money transfer. Second is the monitor supply chain. Number 3, retail royalty reward program. Number 4, digital IDs, data sharing, food safety. Then copyrights and royalty protections. Number 5, digital voting, real estate and lands. All of you heard about the bitcoins? All of you heard about the bitcoins, Ether, and 1,000+ currencies? In India, Bitcoin is illegal or illegal? In India, Bitcoin is illegal or illegal? Illegal. Okay. With using a blockchain, you can only do a financial transaction or what? You just tell me your answer. Legal now. Okay. So first of all, on the airport, in the airport, you have to, you can identify the peoples with using the digital IDs. You don't need any Aadhaar card numbers. You don't need any kind of things. You just put your identities on the ledgers and create one section for it. Okay. So where can be blockchain be used? Payment processing and money transfer. Number 2, monitor supply chain. Number 3, retail royalty reward program, digital IDs, data sharing, food safety. For example, the monitor supply chain. You can use the supply chain management through with using the blockchain, like food to fork. Your delivery, you can check your deliveries and all kind of things with the blockchains. Copyright, royalty protection, digital voting, real estate and land. All of you heard about the smart contract? Please put your answer in the chat box. All of you heard about the smart contracts? Just a minute. No one has heard about the smart contract? I'm waiting for your answer. All of you heard about the smart contracts? So what can be the future of this world? If we use the technology, if you use the blockchain technology, what can be the future of the world if you use the blockchain technologies? In the several of these cases, like starting from the supply chain management, in which we manage the whole process of a product or service, from its manufacturing to the delivery, and from during the process, product goes from the multiple challenge or the multiple channels or the different departments, right? At least the different departments of the different countries or the different companies. And if we need informations about the product, sometimes they need some more time to give us the informations. Okay, they will take some times, and in the end we will get the informations, but we delay or sometimes we don't even get it. And also, if you implement blockchains in a supply chain management, or if you put the supply chain management process into the blockchains, we can see where exactly our product is, how long it will take to reach us, and think if we are sure or not the informations we are getting is not changed or not cheated with using the blockchains. Or you can take a real you can take a real estate program. Also, you can do such kind of things like digital identities, payment processing, supply chain management with using the blockchain, because blockchain provides the trust, blockchain provides the security, because it's a distributed system. And most of the people pay taxes to the government, right? So you people assured about you provide the taxes to the government in a real ways or not? Just think about it. Okay. So please tell me the how to buy a Bitcoin. How to buy Bitcoin? Anybody knows about how to buy Bitcoin? Please put your answer in the chat box. How to buy Bitcoin? There are a lot of sources available. There are a lot of websites available. You can buy Bitcoin. You can sell Bitcoins, right? No. So basically, you can buy Bitcoins with using the bitcoin.org or the bitcoin.com. And all of you heard about the BCH? All of you heard about the BCH? BCH. You can heard about the Bitcoin. You can heard about the Ether. All of you heard about the BCH. BCH is also digital currencies after the Bitcoin, like BCH. Yes or no? So you can buy Bitcoins with the flat currencies such as USD, and also with different kind of currencies. Number one, visit the website bitcoin.com or the bitcoin.org. How to buy Bitcoin? Number one, bitcoin.com or the bitcoin.org. Number two, select the currencies you want to buy. Select the currencies you want to buy. Number three, choose whether you want to buy in USD or the means there are a lot of websites available to buy a Bitcoins. And how to sell a Bitcoins? Just a minute. Here we go from bitcoin.com wallet. How to buy a Bitcoin? Open the bitcoin.com wallet app on your device. Tap the green buy button. You can buy on your mobile devices. You can buy on your desktop, web application, web desktop. Okay. So open the bitcoin.com wallet app on your device. Number two, tap the green. Just a minute. Tap the green buy button if you want to buy Bitcoin Cash, means BCH. If you want to buy BCH, or tap the orange button if you want to buy Bitcoin. Follow on the screen instructions to deposit coin to the preferred account. You will be promoted to the verify your account, means you can directly purchase the things from the websites. There are a lot of websites available here. So just a minute, I will inform you about the websites here. So you can buy the Bitcoins with using the bitcoin.com, bitcoin.org. You can also sell the Bitcoins with using bitcoin.com and the bitcoin.org. Then these are the process for the selling the Bitcoins. Then all of you heard about the Ethereum. Please tell me, what is the Ethereum? Fast. What is the Ethereum? Ethereum is just a platform. You can create a different decentralized applications. You can create a different decentralized applications. You can do a financial transactions, right? So Ethereum, an internet where money and payment built in. Number two, an internet where users can own their data. Number one, an internet where money and payment built in. Number two, an internet where users can own their data and your apps don't spy and steal from you. Number three, an internet where everyone has access to an open financial system. Number four, an internet built on the neutral open access and no one controlling the whole network. No one is actually controlling the whole network. because it is a decentralized. You can create decentralized applications. You don't want any central authority. Okay, so this is all about the Ethereum, and Ethereum is developed by the Vitalik Buterin in 2015, right? And there is a native cryptocurrencies of the Ethereum is Ether. Just a minute. The currency of Ethereum is Ether. Ethereum launched in 2015. Ethereum is the world programmable blockchain. Ethereum has a native cryptocurrency called Ether. Just a minute. Okay. My screen visible properly? Yes or no? So this is what your Ethereum. So basically, Ethereum is a technology. Just understand the point. Ethereum is a technology that lets you send cryptocurrencies to anyone for a small fee. You don't need any third party. You don't need huge amount of fees just during the transactions between the two aggregated parties. It also power applications that everyone can use and no one can take down. No one can take down. No one can hack the Ethereum platforms. And it's a world programmable. It's a world. Okay, so both Ethereum builds on the Bitcoin innovations with some big differences. Just put your queries in the chat box if you have. Okay, level station. Just a minute. All of you heard about the smart contracts? Please tell me, all of you heard about the smart contracts? How to buy Ether? All of you heard about the how to buy Ether, how to sell Ether? No? How to buy Ether? Anybody knows about how to buy Ether, how to buy Bitcoin, how to sell buy Bitcoins, how to do peer-to-peer tradings? No one is talking. Okay. So how to buy Ether? So all you got to do is how to buy test Ether from the MetaMask, how to buy a test Ether, how to buy a Bitcoins. You have to create a different kind of wallets. You have to buy Bitcoin, you have to sell Bitcoins from the wallets. Okay. So just a minute, I just open the one MetaMask. You have to download the MetaMask here. Just download the MetaMask extension. All you have to do is, okay. So you have to download the MetaMask for your Mozilla Firefox. Just add the extension. Open your MetaMask account here or the wallet here. So you have to create your wallet. I will clear your each and every concept. I will clear your each and every concept regarding Ether, regarding Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin, how to sell Bitcoin, why need blockchain technologies, how to create a different kind of decentralized applications with using the Ethereum. I will clear each and every concept, so don't worry about that. Okay. So all you have to do is how to buy a Ether, how to buy a taste Ether from the MetaMask wallet. So all you have to do is download the MetaMask extension to your Mozilla Firefox, or you can download for your Google Chrome also. Okay, just create your wallet. Just click on I agree. Okay. Then create your password here. Click on a create. Don't save. Then reveal the secret words here. Copy the secret words. Copy it and paste it here. Transfer messages pink venture. Wait a minute. Transfer message. Transfer. Click on transfer message. Then pink venture. Pink. Click on venture. Then salute breeze. Breeze. Crowd kick saddle. Fragile into quantum. Fragile into quantum. Okay, and just click on confirm. Okay, all done. So start swapping. Just click on a close here. Then buy a ether. Like test it, you have to buy the test ether from directly deposit ether. So click on a directly deposit ether and view on the ether scan. Click on the view on the ether scan. Just copy the address here. Open your Twitter account or open your any social media platform like Facebook or Twitter and post your query. Just a minute. Wait, it will take some time. Create a one post here. I want some ether. And paste the ID here, like address here, and just enter tweet here. Copy the whole URL and paste it here. Wait for a minute. And just paste your URL here. Okay, just a minute. Give me ether, like 3 ethers in 8 hours. Click on here, verify parking meter. Okay, so I got 3 ether funding requests accepted for CyberGuru agent. So all you have to do is just click on the Rinky test network and you got your test ether from here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, funded. So go to your MetaMask account here and check your account. So I got a 3 ether. I got a 3 test ether. I got a 3 test ether from the Incubate test network. So how to buy a test ether from the MetaMask? All you have to you have to follow the procedures. Like first, download the MetaMask extension for your Mozilla Firefox. Then copy the address and create your post on the Twitter and post it there. Okay. Then copy the URL and post on the Etherscan, and you get your ethers like test ether. Okay, and with using the ether, we can create one smart contracts and we can interact with each other, ethers and the Ethereums. We can create a smart contracts and interact with MetaMask account. Okay, so how to buy a test ether from the MetaMask? My voice audible properly? Just a minute. Because we want like test ether. Because we need to create a different smart contracts. So that's why we need like test ethers. Okay, so how to create a smart contracts? Okay, we have to create a smart contract. So first of all, you need to understand what is the Ethereum. So just a minute. All of you heard about the Hyperledger? All of you heard about the Hyperledger? Please put your answer in the chat box. All of you heard about the Hyperledger? No. Okay. Hyperledger Fabric? No. Okay. So basically, I already explained how to buy a test ether from the MetaMask. So you just download the extension, just create a post and copy the URL and paste in the website like Etherscan, and you get your test ether. So how to create a smart contract and how to contact with each other like Ether and smart contracts. So what is the Ethereum, Ether, and the more? Ethereum was launched in 2015, and Ethereum is a world programmable blockchain. Ethereum has a native cryptocurrencies called Ether. And how to buy Ether? You can buy Ether. You can buy you can buy Bitcoins with this kind of website. There is www.binance.com, number 2 Coinbase.com, and Gemini.com, and the Kraken.com. These are the websites to buy Bitcoins, buy Ethers. Then what is the difference? What is the Ethereum wallet and what should I use? So these are the wallets available here. First is the MetaMask wallet, My Crypto wallet. You can buy your text ethers from these kind of wallets like MetaMask wallet, My Crypto wallet, Trust wallet, My Ether wallet, Coinbase wallet. Okay, so what is the Ethereum wallet and what should I use? These are the wallets available on the internet. There are a lot of wallets available. You can purchase your ethers from different kind of websites like MetaMask, My Crypto, Trust wallet, My Ether wallet, and Coinbase wallet. Then what is the difference between the Ethereum and Bitcoin? What is the difference between the Ethereum and, so what is the Bitcoin? Please tell me what is the Bitcoin and how Bitcoin works. Please tell me in chat box. What is the Bitcoins? Anybody has heard about the Bitcoins and how Bitcoins works? Please put your answer in the chat box. What is Ethereum? How Ethereum works? I want your answer. Still waiting for your answer. No. Anybody knows about how Bitcoin works? No idea. Okay. So basically, just a minute. I will show you one thing. So Bitcoin is the first decentralized cryptocurrencies created in 2009 by an unknown person or unknown group named Satoshi Nakamoto. A cryptocurrencies and worldwide payment system. It's a cryptocurrencies and the worldwide payment systems. It's a peer-to-peer nature of work. Bitcoin enables peer-to-peer transaction, purchase of goods, services, long-term storage of values. Bitcoin is only a currency created by Satoshi Nakamoto, is an unknown person or the person or group. Okay, it's a digital currencies or the digital money, a cryptocurrencies and the worldwide payment system Number three, Bitcoin enables peer-to-peer transactions, purchase of goods, services, long-term storage of values. Ethereum was released in 2015 by cryptocurrencies. After the popularity of the blockchain, after the popularity of the blockchain and Bitcoin, Vitalik Buterin created a new currencies called Ether and Ethereum. And why Ethereum is developed by the Vitalik Buterin? Because you can create a different kind of decentralized applications with using the Ethereum, with using the Solidity programming language. You can do financial transactions. You can create the decentralized applications. Number two, decentralized programmable platforms which support dApps. All of you heard about the dApps, decentralized application, distributed applications, running the smart contracts and using digital tokens. Number three, Ethereum enables peer-to-peer transactions and can handle account transaction as well as store, execute newly programmable logic. So all of you heard about like smart contracts. Most of the people heard about smart contracts, right? Yes or no? Maybe you people heard about how legal agreements you can build a different kind of legal agreements with using your blockchains. You can create a different kind of legal agreements with using the Ethereum, right? So what is a smart contract? So basically a smart contract is simply a piece of code. A smart contract is simply a piece of code that is running on Ethereum. It's called as a contract. A smart contract is simply a piece of code. I'm just talking about, it's a piece of code. It's a piece of code that is running on Ethereum. Ethereum is just a platform. It's called as a contract. And you need to create a contract. Means when you do any kind of legal things, you don't need lawyer. You can create your own contracts on the Ethereum platform. You don't need lawyer. Like, right? When you do any kind of transactions, you have to pay such a kind of gas fees. So in Ethereum, you don't need to pay any kind of third party fees. Here, you can create a digital voting with using the smart contract. You can create your digital identity with using the smart contracts. With using the smart contract, you can do anything. You can create your decentralized application with using the smart contract. Just think about it. A smart contract is simply a piece of code that is running on Ethereum. It is called a contract because code that runs on the Ethereum can control valuable things like ATH or other valuable digital assets. Then, so here we go. I will show you one example here, like how to create a smart contract and how to communicate with Ether, how to communicate with wallet. Okay, so all you have to do is remix.id. Open your remix.id, click on the remix.id, and how to create a smart contract here. Okay, just tell me one thing. Whenever you create a bank, whenever you create account in a bank, you can do three things. Which thing? Please tell me. Whenever you create a account in a bank, you can do three things. Like first is deposit. Number two is what? Withdrawal. Number three is check your balance. So I have to create one contract here, like payment, right? Whenever you create an account in a bank, you have to do three kind of process. First is you can deposit your money, you can withdraw your money, you can check your balance, right? Yes or no? Accept. Just a minute. There are a lot of samples available here for the create a smart contracts on the GitHub. You can create your smart contracts with using a GitHub code. Okay, so all you got to do is download your GitHub code here and just create. That is a hello blockchain.swl and hello blockchain.json. So here we create the blockchain program here, and here we go. That it is you have to send the request. You have to do a requester queries here. Like here we go, we are using compiler level here, pragma solidity. Then contract name, hello blockchain. We are using the three functions here. First is a requester. Just a minute. First is a response. Number one function is request, response, request and response. Then here we go. You have to assemble here the constructor functions. Contract name hello blockchain. You can do any contract name here. Compiler level say it is pragma solidity. Contract name hello blockchain. You have to create two functions here, send request and respond. Then create one JSON file here and then click on here. Just a minute. I have to create once again, so I just delete. Sir, please go slow. You are very fast. Okay. By the way, you can understand my language properly or not? Just tell me in chat box. Because theoretical material already available on the internet. You can purchase from the internet, right? You need a practical knowledge. We have to do such kind of practical things, no? Right? You understand how to buy ether or not? Means I mean to say theoretical material available on the internet. Okay. So how to create a smart contract? For example, how to create a smart contract? So you have to just open a website like remix.ethereum, remix.ethereum.org. Okay. Create a new contract here. For example, I just create one contract here, which is called hello blockchain. Hello blockchain.sol. Right? Then click on OK. Then create one file here that is a hello blockchain.json. Okay. Just copy the code from GitHub link here. Wait. So first of all, we need to create a Hello Blockchain smart contract, right? So here we go, the application rules nominated here. First is requester, second is responder. So the third party, the party that initiate the Hello Blockchain request, the party that respond to the request. And here we go, the states for the Hello Blockchain contract, smart contracts. Number one is request and number two is respond. Hello Blockchain state transitions. And just copy the code here. Then go to the blockchain sorry, JSON. Okay. Then how to run a smart contract here? You have to compile the smart contract. Okay, just a minute. Okay, first I will explain the theoretical material here. Okay, then we'll do a demonstration. Wait for a minute. Do we need to create contracts in Bitcoin too? Or it is only in Ethereum? You can create contracts with using Ethereum. You cannot create contracts in like, copy. Wait for a minute. I will demonstrate each and everything. Just a minute. Hello, blockchain.sn. Wait for a minute. Wait for a minute. First, you have to compile the hello blockchain.sol. Then you have to deploy the contract. And after deploying the contract, you got a bytecode here. Means you got each and every information here. So I need to create one contract. Yeah, I have to create. I have to deploy the contract and perform the task. So wait. Any participant, can you please share your screen with me, if possible? Any participant, please share your screen with me, possible, if possible. My voice audible? Please share your screen with me. Just a minute, just a minute. Wait. Your screen is not visible, Dev. Just a minute. Divya, you can share your screen? My voice audible? Okay, please share your screen. Your screen is not visible to me. Just a minute. Disable automation site and share computers only. Your screen is not visible to me. Just a minute. Anyone else can see the Divya screen? Yes or no? Please put your answer in chat box. Ma'am, your screen is not visible. Please. Asta ma'am?
यस सर.
मैम दिव्या मैम को स्क्रीन शेयर करनी है आई थिंक.
सर मैंने उनको ऑलरेडी मतलब शेयर करने का ऑप्शन दे रखा है.
स्क्रीन दिख नहीं रही है, किसी को नहीं दिख रही है. मे बी देयर
Yes.
एक बार देखिए तो फास्ट.
सर मेरी स्क्रीन शो हो रही है क्या?
आपकी भी नहीं हो रही है.
नहीं हो रही सर. आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर ऑफ करिए, उसके बाद ही मैम शेयर कर पाएंगे.
मैंने तो कर दिया है ना, बंद कर दिया है मैंने.
सर आपकी स्क्रीन अभी चल रही है.
अभी देखिए, अभी हो रहा है.
अभी ऑफ हुआ है. अब दिव्या मैम आप प्लीज अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर कर लीजिए.
Okay, ma'am, please open Google Chrome browser. Open the website remix.id. Remix.id. Click. Just a minute. Okay, just delete the storage.sol, owner.sol, and ballot.sol. Delete it. Delete कर दीजिए मैं. कर दिया? मैंने यहाँ पे चैट बॉक्स में आपको एक लिंक शेयर की है। आप एक काम कीजिए, गूगल क्रोम पे जाइए, जस्ट विजिट द गूगल क्रोम, क्लिक ऑन द न्यू टैब, क्लिक ऑन द न्यू टैब, नेक्स्ट टैब, ओके। वहाँ पे डालिए सैम्पल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, सैम्पल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, सैम्पल स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, गिटहब, गिटहब, गिटहब डाल दीजिए, आ जाएगा वो जल्दी। सैम्पल स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट गिटहब, गिटहब, GIT HUB, हाँ ओके। नो फर्स्ट, हाँ क्लिक, scroll down, scroll down, just click on hello blockchain, okay, scroll down, scroll down, click on the hello blockchain.sol, copy the code, okay, copy it, create, just delete the ballot.test, delete ballot.test, delete it, create new contract, that is bank SOL, blockchain, sorry, just a minute, hello blockchain.sol, okay, okay, click on okay, paste it here, okay, back to the GitHub, back and open the hello blockchain.json, copy the code, create new hello blockchain.json, okay, Jason, Yan, JSON, okay, go to the third option, third compilation, third option, third, 1 2 3, okay, just click on blockchain.sol, no, इसमें जाइए, hello blockchain.sol में, यहाँ पे जहाँ पे आपने कोड क्रिएट किया था, हाँ वहाँ पे क्लिक कीजिए, हाँ जस्ट अभी यहाँ पे कंपाइल कीजिए, कंपाइल hello blockchain.sol, वहाँ पे दिख रहा है, हाँ कीजिए कंपाइल, कर दिया, okay, just wait for a minute, just scroll down, okay, then click on the fourth option, otherwise click on the bytecode, no, otherwise click on the bytecode, ABI bytecode, here we go, उसके नीचे ये देखिए ABI bytecode, okay, click on bytecode now, okay, just click on the fourth option, here we go, फोर्थ ऑप्शन, कंपाइलेशन के नीचे नहीं है क्या, वो ऊपर जहां पे हमने कंपाइल किया था, हाँ यस ऊपर, हाँ ओके, डिप्लॉय, क्लिक ऑन द डिप्लॉय, ओके, स्क्रॉल डाउन, ओके, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन हेलो ब्लॉकचेन, हाँ जस्ट क्लिक ऑन इट, ओके, स्क्रॉल डाउन, So here we go. You create one smart contract here with using the Ethereum, with using the remix.id. And here we go. We are using the Solidity programming language here. So all you have to do is, all you go to do is create one program, create a hello blockchain.sl, perform the three functions. That is perform the two function, that is the sender and responder and requester. So whenever you put send request here, for example, the hello, click on hello, send request hello. Just put the query hello. Click on the requester. Click on requester, fourth option. Fourth option. Okay. Send response hi. Send response hi. Click on hi. And send responder. Click on the responder. Response message. Click on the response message. Zeros thing. So here we go. You create you create your smart contract with using this Ethereum. Okay. And after that, after the creation of the smart contract, there are a lot of smart contracts, sample smart contracts available on the internet. Okay, available on the GitHub. You can try. I think you can try your bank performance with using the smart contracts, with using the Ethereum. Okay. And you can buy ethers, you can buy a test ethers, and you can attach your, you can connect your ether with the Ethereum, you can connect your ether with the Ethereums. That's all you need to know for now. That's all you need to know for now. So first of all, what is a blockchain? I'm getting string hi while clicking response message. So you just click on the send response or the send response, you just perform the task. Okay, instead of the requester, you just click on the responder. Instead of the requester, you just click on the responder, you will get a message. मतलब जब भी आप किसी को हाई मैसेज करोगे तो वो आपको हेलो रिस्पांस देगा. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट, मतलब एक बेसिक है हेलो ब्लॉकचेन. ओके, कूल, राइट? ओके, फाइन. So first, blockchain is a chain of blocks which contains the information. Number two, how to buy a ether. There are a lot of websites like bitcoin.org, bitcoin.com. You can buy ether, you can sell ether. What is the ether? Ether is a Ethereum currency. With using the Ethereum, you can create a different kind of decentralized applications, and you can create the different kind of smart contracts with using the Ethereums. Okay, that's it. Okay, Asta ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I think Arjun आ गए हैं, right? अर्जुन मेनन.
सर आज उनका लेक्चर नहीं है.
नहीं
उनका
है क्या?
लेक्चर नहीं, उनका लेक्चर कल है सर.
ओके, ठीक है, जस्ट अ मिनट. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So all of you heard about the hyperledger? All of you heard about the hyperledger? Please put your answer in the chat box. Okay. Just a minute. Recently, I talked about how to perform the banking task in a smart contracts, how to create a bank smart contract in a Ethereum with using the Solidity programming language. So all you have to do is three things. You have to just say to your compiler level, then contract name, bank name, or you can do anything. You can put any name here. Then just a constructor function here, and put the two functions like get balance, withdraw, and you have to perform three functions here: get balance, withdraw, and deposit. This is a very smart, this is a little bit smart contracts you can create with using Ethereum or the Solidity programming language, and you can perform the task in the remix.id. And this is your Hello blockchain smart contracts. So these are the things. And here we go, your simple marketplace smart contracts. So just buy your test ether, then create your smart contracts and connect your connect your ether to the smart contracts. Okay, fine. And then blockchain is just blockchain. Whenever any person join the blockchain, he will get all the informations about each and every block, right? All of you heard about the hyperledger. Basically, with using the hyperledger, you can create your public and private blockchains with using the hyperledger. So what is a hyperledger? Just a minute. Hyperledger fabric. So hyperledger fabric is created projects by the it's an open source project available to each and every person. Okay, you can create your different kind of application. You can create your software with using the hyperledgers. You can create your machine learning, artificial intelligence, internet of things kind of applications with using the hyperledgers. And in a hyperledger you can create your public and the private blockchains. You can create your public and private blockchains. This is the only platform. This is a hyperledger platforms, and there are a lot of platform available here. So what is a hyperledger? Hyperledger is an open source community focused on developing a suite of stable framework tools and libraries for enterprise grade blockchain development. It serves as a neutral home for various distributed ledger framework, including Hyperledger Fabric, Sawtooth, Indy, as well as tools like Hyperledger Caliper and libraries like Hyperledger USR. And here we go. You got a different kind of case studies here. For example, you don't need any tutor here. You can create your applications, you can create your softwares with using the Hyperledger. You can create your private blockchains and the public blockchains, because in industry manner, we need public and the private blockchains. Okay. By the way, the concept of the blockchain is very clear. You can, whenever the person joins the blockchain, he will get all the informations about each and every blocks. Right. Okay. So you can create your applications, you can create your softwares with using the hyperledgers. You can restrict your data in hyperledgers, and these are the case studies available here. Just a minute. Distributed ledgers, libraries. Here we go. Here are the different tools or the frameworks available here. So Hyperledger incubates and promotes a range of business blockchain technology. Because in the industry manner, people use only the Hyperledger Fabric. Hyperledger Fabric. You can create applications. In the other section, we'll demonstrate each and everything about how blockchain work, how Hyperledger work. You can how to create applications, how to create smart contracts with using the Ethereum, how to create applications or decentralized applications with using the Ethereum, how to create the projects with using Hyperledger Fabrics and all the things. Okay. Yes, you can store the things, but you have to create you have to purchase like real ether, not a test ether. You have to purchase the real ether, and when you do any kind of transactions, you have to pay such a kind of gas fees in Ethereum. You can create smart contracts, but when you are connect with the MetaMask, you have to purchase the real ether instead of test ether. And why we purchase the test ether here? Because we have to demonstrate such kind of things here. So that's why we purchase the test ether. But in real world, you have to purchase the real ether, and you have to create smart contracts, right? You have to create smart contracts. And when you do any kind of transactions, you have to pay such a kind of gas fees. Okay. And if you have any query, just put your queries on my LinkedIn account. Do you have any queries? Just put your queries on my LinkedIn account or Instagram account. Okay. If you have any query, just put your queries on my LinkedIn or the Instagram account. Okay. Just a minute. You can search the LinkedIn account like Ajinkya Lokare. Okay. And if you don't understand anything here, just click on the website, that is Ethereum. Okay, just click here and check the developer community, about community, enterprise community here. Just click on learn. You got Ethereum white paper here, or why italic Ethereum create a Ethereum or the Ether. You will get each and everything here. Okay, then developer community. Just wait a minute. Decentralized applications. There are a lot of decentralized applications are available here for the demo purposes. You just visit here. For example, the Uniswap, then Dark Forest, then Foundation, then Pooled. There's a lot of tools available here. Means there are a lot of projects created with using the Ethereum. So you can visit the projects and understand the things. Okay. अस्ता मैम, हेलो,
Yes, sir.
वाइंड अप कर दे क्या अभी?
Sure, sir. As your wish.
ओके. इसके बाद किसका सेशन है फिर?
सर अब सेशन नेक्स्ट जो है कल है.
आज नहीं है
टुमारो.
क्या?
नहीं, आज नहीं, टुमारो सेशन.
ओके ओके, ठीक है. उनको बोल देना कि अगर कोई क्वेरी होंगी ना तो लिंक्डइन पे डाल देना.
ओके.
Instagram. Okay, I just put my Instagram ID here. Cyber Guru Ajinkya. You can put your query on my Instagram account or the LinkedIn account. I will share each and every PDF and each and every tools with you. Okay. And do you need anything? Just inform me. Okay.
So thank you so much अजिंक्य सर. अजिंक्य सर के बहुत सारे अचीवमेंट्स हैं जो अभी हम लोग नहीं जानते हैं, बट कुछ अचीवमेंट्स मैं आप लोगों को ज़रूर बताना चाहूँगी. अजिंक्य सर ने वज्र वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड, अजिंक्य सर जो है वज्र वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड होल्डर रह चुके हैं, बेस्ट सीरीज एंटरप्रेन्योर अवार्ड विनर हैं, और असम बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड होल्डर भी हैं. And Ajinkya sir created an application which is hybrid of Facebook and WhatsApp. Ajinkya sir अभी currently CTO of DTO security में work कर रहे हैं. अजिंक्य सर काफ़ी फेमस पर्सनालिटी हैं. इनके सारी अचीवमेंट्स मीडिया में काफ़ी आते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपने आज अपना बहुत अच्छा टाइम दिया. बहुत अच्छा आपका सेशन रहा है. अभी सर का भी कल एक और सेशन है. सर का सेशन सेकेंड मीटिंग में है. फर्स्ट सेशन कल स्टार्ट होगा 10:30 पे, शार्प 10:30 AM. सो एवरीवन प्लीज आप लोग शार्प 10:30 AM पे अवेलेबल हो जाएगा. मैं सेशन तुरंत स्टार्ट करवा दूंगी. मैं 10 बजे ही जूम लिंक, आपको पहले ही जूम लिंक मिल जाएगा, और 10 बजे से मैं अपना जूम स्टार्ट कर दूंगी ताकि आप सब लोग एट अ टाइम जुड़ सकें. विजेश सर, आपका कुछ क्वेरी है? ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. हम कल सुबह 10 बजे वापस से जूम पे आते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू सर.